Okay, this is a demonstration for program number 2, your challenge programs that I'm demonstrating. It's in the back of your chapter 4 reading. So it's called time calculator. So let's read this real quick and determine, class name. So we'll want to give it a class name and then some action words for our methods, and then we'll need some nouns for our class name and variables. Okay, because remember the noun's a class name, so always time calculator, that's probably going to be our class name. Time calculator. Okay. Time calculator is a thing. It's calculating time, so that's a noun. At the same time, don't get don't overcomplicate things. They always give you the name of what your program is supposed to be in the heading. So it says write a program that asks the user to enter a number of seconds. So that's a noun, number of seconds, right? So I would just call it seconds. You're always writing a program. Program's also a noun, but we talked about this in the intro and principles class, that you would just cross that out, and then write would be an action word right here, but we would never use that because we're always writing a program, and we always ask the user to enter in information. So let's get to here. It says there are 60 seconds in a minute. Okay. If the number of seconds entered by the user is greater than or equal to 60, the program should display the number of minutes in that many seconds. There are 3,600 seconds in an hour. If the number of seconds entered by the user is greater than or equal to 3,600, the program should display the number of hours in that many seconds. And there are 86,400 seconds in a day. If the number of seconds entered by the user is greater than or equal to 86,400, the program should display the number of days in that many seconds. So we probably want to, let me see here, probably want to have a method called set time and get time. Set time's going to pass in that seconds, and then you could have variables for minute, hour, and day. Excuse me. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's just write and see what goes on. All right, so I'm going to create main time calculator and time calculator. So you get in here, create a new project. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to load. So say next. Again, you set up your main first, so I'll call it main time calculator, and we'll finish that. It's kind of nice is that when you guys watch this at home, you can kind of skip through the maddening parts of waiting for my computer to load. So you can just skip the video for the last few seconds. I'm going to clean this up. See where it is. Main time calculator. So right here, I'll just right click and say new Java class, and I'll create the class time calculator. So I got my main and I got my time. Okay, so we're going to ask the user for the number of seconds, so we need to import java.util.scanner, and kind of like cleaning up all these comments and getting rid of this stuff so that it's just looking at the code that you guys need to use and understand. Okay, so probably need to create the scanner class. So scanner, my scanner equals new scanner. Alright, and then probably need to do the time calculator. My time calculator equals new time calculator. Now remember, I've got that programming skeleton and the foldables if you need to look at that to kind of understand what each section's doing. But this is creating our scanner object and then our my time calculator object from the time calculator class, which there's nothing in it, but we'll do that here in a minute. So system.out.println, we'll ask the user, please enter the number of seconds, and we'll say int seconds is equal to my scanner dot next int, and then we could say my time calculator dot set. I think I said set time right here. Let's go back real quick. Yep, set time and get time. So we'll say set time, and we'll pass in the seconds to it, and then we'll just do like a system.out.println. Let's see here. We'll get my time, which I think I'm just going to make into a string. So I'll show that in a second. So this is going to be my time calculator dot get time, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to use a variable, and I'm just going to call it a string variable called my time. Okay, and this will display, you know, the number of minutes, seconds, or sorry, minutes, hours, or days in a string variable, and I'll show you how I do that in a second. So there's errors here, you know, no big deal. We haven't created those yet, so let's get to that. I'm going to delete some of this stuff again just to kind of clean up what we've got. So I'm going to say string my time, and I'll say public void set time, and we'll accept those seconds that were passed in, and we'll say my seconds is equal to seconds, and this will be an int my seconds so that that error goes away. And then I know it was written like this, but I would actually flip it upside down. I would just go from greatest to smallest instead of smallest to greatest. The way it's written to me is kind of funky. So I'm going to say if my seconds is greater than or equal to 86,400, then we'll say my time is equal to you know, my seconds. So if they enter like 1,000, or like let's say they enter 100,000, because that would be greater than 86,400. So 100,000 seconds is equal to, and then it's not going to be exact either, because you could have like half a day in here that wouldn't get counted in, because remember, my seconds divided by 86,400, that's going to give us, these are both integers, so the decimal place will be chopped off. So it's just only going to give you exact days. So, you know, then we got our else if structure. Else if my seconds is greater than or equal to 3,600 seconds, I'll say I'm going to just basically do this. I'll copy. Is equal to, and then we need 3600. And instead of days here, we're going to put down hours. And then I'll do another copy, paste, and I'll say 60 right here. And then this is going to be minutes. And again, you guys should be writing this out so you can slow it down a little bit because I'm going kind of fast. So else, if it's less than 60 seconds, then you want to still be able to put it into a certain number of seconds. So it'd be my time is equal to my seconds plus seconds. Seconds is equal to, so it'd be like, 50 seconds is equal to, so 50 seconds is equal to 50 seconds. And a semicolon. And so then we'll do a public string get time, and I'll return my time. So the string gets returned. And now all we do is just test this thing. So those should go away. Let's run this. Let's see here. It should work. Give it a second to compile. That should go away. Passed in seconds. We accepted seconds. Oh, I see an error here. There we go. Cancel. So there's the error. See how that the method set time was spelled wrong? So now that should be better. There we go. Now it should compile. And so this is where we'll just enter in and then test it and hit every single one of these to make sure it works properly. So we would enter in, we would set time. Okay, so we'd enter in like 100,000. So 100,000 is equal to 1 day. That would be true. If you did 100,000 divided by that, you'd get 1. Let's do like 50,000. That'd be 13 hours. And so if I pull up a calculator just real quick so you guys can see. So 50,000 divided by 3,600 is going to give me 13 point something. But remember, these are all integers, so that 0.8888 gets chopped off and just gives me 13. So that's good. And then let's do just a simple, 120 seconds. So that should be 2 minutes. So that's good. And last one, 50 seconds. 50 seconds is equal to 50 seconds. I'm going to put an extra space in there. Now the only way that this gets screwed up is if, you get the user messing around going negative 100,000 or something like that. And I guess it does, negative 100,000 seconds is equal to a negative 100,000 seconds. So, maybe that's right. But that's the kind of stuff that you would have to figure out more in industry, because in school, we're not trying to break our programs with the most ridiculous stuff possible entered into our variables. We're just trying to get the program running. So anyway, go ahead and practice this and watch this again if you haven't been able to do that. You should be able to write this out by hand pretty easy by the end of this unit. So give it some practice, and that's it for this video.